which is 9. And me is one of the words for son, which is 3. There are a lot of different ways to say, like, numbers. Oh, oh, oh! Elena's, I think Elena's worst matchup is Yan. I think we're watching it. She doesn't do that well against Chun-Li either. But she goes okay against Chun-Li because, like, she can counter footsie Chun-Li, whereas most characters can't. But she can't really keep Yan out, and she doesn't really have a safe opportunity to find healings. And his damage output against her is pretty good. And he can build meter on her pretty well if she's not close. Wow. It's going to do a lot of damage. Oh, never mind, he dropped it. Yan basically beats Elena for the same reason he beats a lot of characters. Wow, that was a nice parry. Kiraki's making a killing. This is some of the best Elena play I've seen in ages. It's a shame you can't hit combos. This is a bad matchup too. But as nearly every matchup involving Yang, it's not as bad as Yan. If they add Makoto, she absolutely needs to turn red for a V-trigger. Ooh. There are no characters currently with normal dive kicks. No, it's Nikali. There's one character with a normal dive kick. They would all need to be like Nikali's or Kami's. They fixed dive kicks. Dive kicks are always broken in Street Fighter, and they're finally fixed. You need to have it so that they can't hit at different heights. That's the problem. The problem is spaced dive kicks are too good, and unspaced dive kicks are too shitty. You need to make a single thing that has a controlled amount of good or bad. You need something that's okay, instead of something that's OP or underpowered, depending on how it hits. That was nice. Wow. That didn't dizzy? What the fuck? How's she alive? There we go. What the fuck? That didn't dizzy either? Ah, Yang is pathetic. That's not Elena either. Elena's got the fucking normal amount of dizzy. Doesn't recover quickly or anything either. Oh my god. Oh, there it goes. Got the stun. He was skirting death that whole round. Mesta? That Mester? That one? Has to be. And no Mester had Nora. No wonder he won the set against me. Ooh, nice. Very tricky. Yang's teleport is used almost exclusively to approach after a knockdown. Every now and then you can get a left-right mix-up off of it. But if you just do it raw and footsies, you'll usually get poked. It's not invincible or anything. Ooh, stand fierce. You 2 parries and then hit a button. He didn't need all those parries. Yang can delay his parries, but even if he's doing parries as fast as possible, I think he can interrupt with Aura Strong. Aura beats every character in the game as long as he's got stuns up. Or his footsies become completely retarded once stuns are up. Oh, that wasn't a punish? Damn. Nice image. Hi Plump. I'm thinking about going back and playing PSO2. See how things have progressed. Trying out the English patch, all that. You want to make a character with me in the next couple days? I have tomorrow off. I might try and get the others into it too. That'd be kind of fun if we all played a game for a little while. This is a big comeback to make, but Oro can do it if he gets... Never mind. That wasted too much time. He basically needed uninterrupted stones. He needed a whole lot of stone pressure. Alex. Supposedly this Akagaru is secretly Mimura. Nice, the sleeper hold. That was fast mashing. So when Alex does his back fierce, that one, it does a lot of stun normally, but when he grabs a back turned opponent, like after he gets a flash drop, it turns into um, a mash throw that does a fuck ton of dizzy. That was a good round, so we're going to watch it again. But he got the sleeper hold right at the beginning. Mash throws are usually really bad because you can mash out of them pretty quickly, and the guy who's mashing on the offensive side usually can't stop the opponent from mashing out. But the stun output of sleeper hold is quite good. See, he left him at 40% there, just from that little exchange. And then he's at 60, 70, 80, right about 90. That did a lot of stun really quickly. Alex, even in his bad matchups, and this isn't that bad, even in his bad matchups, Alex can just kill you. Oh, I finally configured my gateway to run Fire Emblem Fates, so I'm going to be playing that game. I got Birthright. Well, I mean, I got both of them, but I'm going to play Birthright first because it's supposed to be the shittier one. Wow. I feel like it's worth saying. Oh, he missed it. You can get six. You can get Palm into six slashes on Alex. It does a fuck ton of damage. I feel like it's worth saying that Yang usually runs Super 3 in this matchup, and the only reason you don't is people are bad at Super 3. A lot of people learn Yang but never bother to pick up like a good Super 3 because it's kind of difficult to use well, whereas Super 2 is good in every matchup and not that hard to use. But like Super 3 is usually better against Alex. Oh, that red parry. Oh, that's pathetic. Wow, interesting trade. Oh, that towards Fierce. I don't think there's really an order to them. I think they both take place concurrently, right? It's just that Birthright is a traditional one and Conquest is a non-traditional one. Yeah, Yang has 13 Kensa Rekka juggles. That's actually a really good parallel to draw. After a stand medium kick in the corner, you can do a few of them, and after a palm in the corner, you can do... After a stand medium kick, I think you can do 4. 3 on some characters, 4 on others. And um, after a palm, you can do 5 on some characters, 6 on others, I think. Something like that. I thought jump back strong. That's interesting. Alex jump jab and jump strong are actually different normals. Most characters in this game, their light and medium normals in the air are the same unless the medium kick is a cross up. And even sometimes if the medium kick is a cross up, they'll still be the same. Ooh, he got a really high connect there. He would have been able to combo that with Super 2, but he didn't have Super 2. Now he does though. He's dead if Yuri does this right. Yep, that's a cross up unblockable, even though it's in the corner. That was well executed. Ugh, that hit a chop. Why the fuck was he chopping from that range? Alex has to pray to land a chop always. It's really hard to land chop against a good opponent. It's a really hard move to use well, except the light one. The light one's easy to use well. The light one is basically just let me tag on a little bit of extra damage on anything. Same with the X, I guess. But then the medium and hard one are nearly impossible to use. Both medium and hard in this game cause a back turn. In Street Fighter 5, it's only the hard one. Car throw. That was some parrying, I think, but he didn't get it right. Oh, that was nice. That's the word strong. It's not an overhead in this game. But it is a lot better at non-overhead related things. It is actually as tall as it looks and comes out really quickly and has a very small recessed hurt box. I'm really excited to play the new Fire Emblem because it's supposed to be incredible. It's supposed to be dramatically better than Awakening. It's supposed to kill your interest in Awakening. That kind of scared me. But it's supposed to kill your interest by being way better. So like I shouldn't be afraid to play it. I like Awakening quite a lot. I have mixed feelings about it. There are some things I love about it and some things I think are really fucking stupid. Wow, that was a good combo. It's hard to get 3 tackles. That was well executed. Tommy's the best. Oh, headbutt is good in this matchup. You guys have to be aware of that. Makoto can just whiff punish it though. FMA reference. Me? Conquest is supposed to be the better one. Conquest is supposed to have best maps and also best characters. I know Conquest does the lesbian. I'm gonna marry the lesbian. Ooh! He did it again. That's the absolute... Oh, Tommy! That was beautiful! That was punishable too. He could have died. He should have died. Tommy missed out on the kill there. That was desperate. Okay, it worked out. There was no mix-up there. It was low or nothing. I can't believe Tommy stopped blocking low. That was like suicidal. Mimara. Oh my god. Stan Harkick's first hit. I think on crouching Makoto it only gets the second hit. It's an overhead. The second hit is. Actually, maybe both the hits are. I have no idea. I imagine they both are. Stan Harkick is actually one of the better overheads in the game. Maybe the... No, there's better ones still. Crouching opponent, lots of time for that link. Say what you sent. Makoto a cute. That was nice. Mimura is better at some things than Tomi and worse at other things than Tomi. I feel like he's better at footsies though. My first playthrough of Fire Emblem Awakening was on hard, and it was genuinely quite hard. Akuma's overhead is not really spectacular in any way except for the fact that it's unthrowable. Ooh. And the fact that it's 2 hits is kind of nice, I guess. Urian's is 2 hits on some characters, 1 hit on others, but he takes a big step back. Which is good both for, like, if they parry and try and punish. It means it hits really delayed, so it usually hits parry attempts. And also, like, you won't get thrown out of it. An overhead that beats parry attempts is pretty strong. Oh, he could have done something better than that. He could have done Staying Fierce into Dash Punch. I think he was afraid of a mirror cancel. That's what I always hear. In fact, you could have heard that from me, because I've said that during one of these little streams. I'm good at FE. I've beaten pretty much all the games on hard. I've never tried to do Awakening on Lunatic. And I know there's a Lunatic Plus if you manage to beat Lunatic. I like started trying to play Lunatic, but I like gave up pretty fast. I was just like, this is bullshit. It's not bullshit like, it was bullshit. I said this is bullshit like not giving up, but like I needed to learn better min-max strats if I was going to do it. But I didn't actually learn those min-max strats. Or, I mean, I probably did by now. I could retry it. Let me put a little dot in here so I know what to cut up when cutting. I heard Lunatic is only really hard for the beginning. And then once you unlock grinding, you can kind of make it a bit easier. It's just that you have to do the first couple levels in a very, very specific way. Was that canceled into Karakusa? Or did he just, like, fully recover? It looked like he parried a jab. This matchup sucks. This matchup is very famous for sucking. That being said, Makoto's picking Super 1 for some bizarre reason. I'd say pretty plainly that Super 2 is better in this matchup. He could have comboed a dash punch there. That would have been so cool. That was a punish? No, it wasn't. I got all excited. It looked like it would have been a punish. It's just out of range. Nice. This matchup is so bad. Aw. Makoto can't combo into the EX chop, I don't think. Not even from, like, Stand Fierce. I don't actually know. Might combo from Stand Fierce. I never see Makoto's do it anyway. Turbine. Yeah, Q had a lot of opportunities, but like he can't do anything with opportunities. He can't create a winning scenario in footsies against Makoto very easily. I know that, of course, cut short into EX chop isn't a combo, but it is a low block into a high block, so it's a little bit tricky like that. Oh, hitboxes. Even if counter hits didn't change anything, I would like a little counter hit notification, just to know if a move became active or not. Ooh. Ugh, that was a gamble. Just kind of praying that the opponent wouldn't be blocking low. Wow, this dizzy. Makoto's almost stunned. There it is. Well played. Stun goes down very slowly in this game. Hmm. High trouble. Oh, that was punishable, right? By low strong? Pretty sure. Elena's sweep recovers pretty fast for a sweep, but I'm pretty sure it's still punishable by MMS medium normals at reach. Ugh, he wanted that to be parried. I think low strong into uppercut can combo in specific scenarios, even though low strong is supposed to air reset. But there it bounced Elena out too high. It's really hard to let Elena fall far enough. But he was expecting that the low strong would be parried, and he was gonna cancel the uppercut anyway to like blow through the parry. Pretty strong idea. Plus the uppercut, even if the low strong hits and the uppercut doesn't, like the uppercut, Elena's uppercut recovers pretty fast. It's more of like a it's like you don't want to have it blocked, but like it whiffs pretty quickly because it's not invincible. I guess the same is true in Street Fighter 4 as well. It's not a Shoryuken despite the fact that it like attacks upwards, and despite the fact that the motion is Shoryuken plus kick. But most uppercuts in this game aren't invincible, so there you go. Look at the goddamn super meters in this round. I mean, look at them in this matchup. Cover the whole bottom of the screen. Elena's healing is tied for longest super bar, and Elena's EX is pretty good, so giving up healing is kind of shitty. Why did he heal there? He didn't like even need to recover HP. He should have sat on that. He like, well, didn't matter at all. The first hit of Elena's uppercut is really small. That's the main problem. The second and third hit are a bit bigger. Or like if you pick one of the lower versions, the hitbox gets bigger as you go. But the first hit is kind of difficult to land. Yeah, that counts as a perfect in this game in Street Fighter 4 as well, I think. Healing is much safer in this game. It's not too hard to get out. Or it's about as safe. It's easier to get a full heal in this game than it is in Street Fighter 4. It's about as hard to punish a short heal as in Street Fighter 4 as it is to punish a full heal in this game. That's not explicitly true. The difference between a short and a long heal in this game is smaller than the difference between a short and a long heal in Street Fighter 4. A short heal in Street Fighter 4 is very short and recovers very little HP, whereas the HP recovered between short and long heal in this game is almost identical, and the time elapsed is almost identical. So you usually just get the full heal. There's some shenanigans you can do. There's some corner combos where you can do an uppercut, and then another uppercut, and then like cancel the healing, and then cancel the healing and do another uppercut, shit like that. Most combos are actually extremely strong, but most of them are like not match applicable. But like theoretically, if you did find the circumstance to land them, you would be able to do like combos that do like a third of your opponent's health and half their dizzy. Ooh. I don't remember if Elena's uppercut is throw invincible. I think it is. Most uppercut style moves are throw invincible in this game, even if they're not hit invincible. Very common. Aw, it's hard. It's hard, Ken. That was a good first parry. The first parry's the hardest parry to get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is 9 parries. To parry Elena's Super 2. You can parry them low or high. It does not matter. Oof. I know that offhand, but I don't remember why. I don't think I've ever parried it. Ken could have attacked again coming down, I think. It's kind of a misplay that he didn't. It's a good idea. Oh! Aw, Elena's suck at combos. Have you guys noticed that? Have you noticed that's a theme? Have you noticed that every single time when Elena gets an opportunity for a combo, they fuck it up? Elena players are so good at the footsie thing, but they're so bad at like the fucking only combos Elena has. Ah, that's really shitty. He did too. That was praying. Nice combo. Other than EX Tatsu, I think they both would have worked. The uppercut's a little bit harder to do there. I'm surprised he got all the hits. Elena sometimes gets hit kind of weird by Ken's EX Tatsu, so I like what he did more than what I would have done. Ken's EX Tatsu like sometimes goes through Elena and misses hits. It's weird. Ugh, don't get cornered by Ken. And God forbid if you get cornered by Ken, don't get knocked over. Situation is shit for like every character in the game. That was a overhead on a standing opponent, and Ken wisely did not super. That towards hard kick you can follow with a super on a croucher, but on a standing opponent you can't. You get extra frames on crouch. Is Remy actually doing a pretty good job of zoning? Remy Super 1 is an invincible reversal? I'm pretty sure it's invincible. Actually, I think it's not. I don't remember. But it's really fast. It's like 3 frames. And also it's safe. And it's safe even on parry, no less. It's also a pretty hard parry. So, Super 1 actually gives you a decent way of keeping the opponent out, believe it or not. Remy's buttons are a little meh. He has good variety, but he's no Guile. Guile is balanced around the fact that he's got some of the best... I love that combo. Guile's balanced around the fact that he has some of the best normals in the game. In all the games he's in. But Remy's are kind of like mediocre. even in the game he's in. But he does have good variety. Remy has like a right normal for almost everything. Um, because no foresight is the main reason. I'm not gonna say because balance, because I don't think it was a balanced decision at all. That being said, Alex doesn't rely on those charge moves for combos, really. So I wouldn't call it a necessary thing, which is the main reason they've never considered it a problem. I do think it would be quite strong if Alex got a cancelable low forward or a low strong. Nice. That's pathetic. Interestingly, the low fireball has to be parried low, but the EX low fireball, which is a low then a high fireball, both of those fireballs, the first one has to be blocked low, but it can be parried high. It can be parried in either direction. I think that was a deliberate decision. I mean, quite clearly it was a deliberate decision. And I think the reason is it would be unfair for Remy to be able to cancel into an EX fireball from close and having a low only, high only, or a high only, low only, like two completely different parries and you can't react between them. That would be very strong. It would make Remy really good at chipping you out. Remy, oh, that was a risky fireball. If Chun-Li didn't approach her, she probably would have been able to reaction super. Chun-Li super is good at punishing fireballs. I can't believe Remy threw a fireball. That was insanely risky. He could have won without throwing a fireball. It would have been difficult, but honestly, like, he still had the advantage. He was constantly threatening doing a flash kick, which would have chipped out Chun-Li. It was unblockable. So Chun-Li had to play a very specific way to be safe against flash kicks. Oh. Oh, that Crutch Fierce. I'm pretty sure that's unsafe. It has really bad range too. But it worked. Always be charging. Oh, what a poor state of affairs that is. Wow, nice parry. I can't believe he got that parry off. But who would have ever been expecting to parry twice? Honestly, I kind of feel like Elena's... You know how Gil's super bar breaks when he uses a resurrection? I feel like Elena's healing should break like that. So when Gil uses resurrection, his super bar, he can't get any meter for the rest of the round. So that means the next round he starts with nothing, and that round he can't possibly like get another resurrection or anything like that. I mean, it's not that I think Elena healing is overpowered and needs to be nerfed. It's a weird thing. I actually do feel like healing needs a nerf. Because it's really dominant against certain characters, and it's totally, like, harmless against... It would be a useless nerf against, like Elena Dudley or Elena Yun or something like that, because she doesn't rely on healing for any of those characters. So, like, it wouldn't mean anything if she lost that. But it would stop her from... It would hurt her really good matches without touching her bad matches. So I think it would be like a harmless nerf. Or not harmless, I think it would harm her, but I think it would harm her in a good way. Oh yeah, I don't care. Like, now, this game needs so many different, like, balance things to fix it. This game's, like... This game has been so explored. I actually don't get snow ever. I live like 30 miles from the ocean, give or take. Not even that, I don't think. Maybe like 20. So it's always just ocean weather. Never too hot, never too cold. Oh no, I was just talking about this. I would be okay with that in Street Fighter 4 as well. It would be even less of a big deal in that game because, like, it wouldn't hurt her super meter at all. It would only hurt her ultra meter, which already isn't carried from round to round. It would be extremely fine in that game to break. What they should have done in Street Fighter 4, which is what I think that they should do if they ever rebalance Street Fighter 4 again, is to make it so that health you recover with healing doesn't build Ultra Meter. So like you can only build a finite amount of Ultra Meter per round with Elena without focus attack, like every other character in the game. Instead of being able to build like 4 Ultra Meters per round, you should be able to build like 1 full Ultra Meter or like 2 half Ultras. That would be fair, I think. So like once she's built that amount of HP through once she's built that amount of Ultra Meter, her like even if she lost health, then she wouldn't get any more. I think that would be fair. Yeah, I could drive to Big Bear. It's not that far away. Snow's there. Snow's there like fucking half the year. Whoa. Outzoned. I don't think Elena's healing is really that broken. I do think Elena is strong, but I don't think she's strong because she dominates anyone. I just think she has like a general like goodness about her. So I don't really think she needs a nerf, even though I do think she's good. I would take a nerf just to shut everyone up, and it pains me to say that because I don't think she's that strong and she is also my main. So like, you know, it hurts when you think your character isn't that strong. I mean, I think she is like strong. I think she's one of the strongest characters in the game, if not the strongest. Don't get me wrong. But there aren't any characters I'm pro-nerfing in Street Fighter 4. The only thing I think they should do with Street Fighter 4's balance is buff, like, the characters who have never shined. Who are some characters who have never shined? Not never shined in this engine, in like Ultra. Like Honda shined before, but like Honda currently sucks. They should buff Honda. Just give Honda a fucking 1-frame throw. I'm okay with that. Everyone is. Literally not a single person thinks that Honda shouldn't have a 1-frame Ultra 2. But that's not even what Honda needs. I don't know what the fuck Honda needs. A light fireball. That I mean a light headbutt that destroys fireballs. That's what Honda needs. I'm just joking. That was what he had in HD Remix. It's kind of an interesting idea anyway. I wonder how that would work in Street Fighter 4. Yeah, Tiok and Dan, those are good examples. These are characters that have never shined and are still worthy of buffs. DJ's getting closer and closer. He's still not there yet. They're too nervous. I feel like NetherRealm knows how to buff characters. I feel like Capcom are better at nerfing, and they're really good at nerfing someone into balancedness, but I feel like they're really hard at buffing characters into balancedness because they're always too timid. Every single game, they're way too timid with buffs. NetherRealm, they give buffs, they're like, you know, this might make a character from worst in the game to best in the game. NetherRealm's just like, okay, let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. I will also say that NetherRealm is really good at finding like a really weird niche for a character. It's like there used to be absolutely nothing interesting about like Flame Fist Liu Kang, and then they like come up with the most bizarre buff ever. It's like, well, Flame Fist Liu Kang can suddenly cancel Flame Fist into any of his other special moves, and fucking all of a sudden Flame Fist Liu Kang becomes one of the most interesting characters in the game. They always do shit like that. Like every character they buffed, it's always like a really crazy outlandish buff. Like something that no one asked for, but it's actually like a crazy brilliant decision. And the meta that evolved, like just using Liu Kang as an example, like canceling to all of his attacks, even like the charge up or whatever, were like borderline unsafe. But you could also cancel into parry, and then like if they tried to punish your other attacks that you could cancel into, and you parried. So like it created this threat, but it was risky to parry in case they like didn't go for the attack immediately after, and then they could just react to your parry and hit you. Shit like that. Little meta game of safety. Kind of like a second Rekka. That was fun. Liu Kang is a character I know quite well because I played him. I liked all three of Liu Kang. I thought he had good variety between his variations. What's another good example of that? What's something like completely nutty that they gave like a character? I like need to see the roster. Like Sub-Zero being able to cancel that one string, Cryomancer Sub-Zero. That's a good example of that. Sub-Zero was kind of mediocre, and then they like made it so that one of his strings, like a knockdown string he had, his main combo ender, could be canceled into special moves. And then all of a sudden his he had a launcher EX move, the EX hammer, and all of a sudden like his combos became completely pants on head retarded strong. Like he could put together like 40% combos from any connect. Reptile's buffs were pretty cool, but I don't know that much about Reptile pre-buff, so I can't really say to what it really fixed. I like need to see the roster. Oh god, Shazam's yes. The buffs to Shazam were incredible. The buffs to Lobo were incredible. It's amazing that like the difference between one gunshot and two gunshots for his trait. It's amazing the difference that made in his character because there were so many things he couldn't do because he had to waste the gunshot earlier in the combo. It's like all of a sudden you could have a back three in a combo and then like, wow, nice parry. Nice knowing the number of parries he needed to do. Who on earth would ever know that? Shazam was pretty cool. This is that 112 that was tearing it up like last time. He's so good. Edo. He is quite good. He's been tearing it up. Huh. My training buddy also played Shazam. Over the game's life, I played mostly Killer Frost. But I also had a few pocket characters, including Scorpion and Lobo. You can't put Scorpion in a game, have me not play him. I like Scorpion a lot. I kind of like I don't have any inherent like attachment to Scorpion's character, like in terms of like oh he's literally just an edgy fucking like edgy ninja. There's nothing more to say about his personality or anything. I mean he's become interesting over time. The entire like storyline of Scorpion getting fucking bamboozled by Quan Chi is pretty funny. Literally everyone knows that Scorpion is just being exploited by Quan Chi except Scorpion. That's pretty funny. Oh, I had a Bane as well. And a Green Arrow, actually. I played Bane quite a lot. Bane's buffs were really cool. Bane is a really fun character. I've come to like Scorpion a lot. Just purely because of like, you know, his gameplay is great between like the spear and the teleport. This is a very twitchy Ryu. Even beyond like parry attempts. He's got a very erratic playstyle. Really random movement. Random is good in third strike. What the fuck? I wouldn't go as far as to say he's playing Street Fighter 5. That was nice. He didn't hit a button. It looked like he did. Ooh, nice parry. That's safe, even on block. Yeah, I've never seen random EX Jodan before. Or like almost never. It's usually a pretty bad idea. It doesn't beat anything. I'm pretty sure it's unsafe too. Although you can space it pretty easily. The notion of spacing an EX Jodan is completely foreign to me. Nice. Oh, fuck. There's this Japanese idea that if it doesn't make a difference, you might as well be erratic. I don't know if it's exclusive to Third Strike, but I almost always see it in Third Strike, where it's just like, if you're not actively being pressured, if you don't actively need to block or whatever, you might as well do, like, if there's no position you want to be in, you want to be as random as possible. You want to wiggle. You want to make your motions and your movements, like, really unpredictable. You want to look like something the opponent's never fought before. Shimmy is an old concept, but like this kind of movement. I mean, this is an old concept too. It's questionable whether it really helps. But it probably doesn't hurt anyway. That was dash and low parry, I think. Oh, Chun-Li didn't even take damage from that fireball. I've noticed it a lot among Japanese players in general. It doesn't really matter the game as much. But I do see it a lot in Third Strike in particular. And specifically with Japanese players. Ooh. Double stomp keeps the knockdown. Ugh! Oh, never mind. For a second I thought he hit a pre-jump. Maybe he did hit a pre-jump. Wow. Whiff punished. That's pathetic. You see that? Chun-Li's fireball dissipated before it could even nullify a hit of Ryu's. The little ways that Japanese players play different are very interesting. So, this Chun-Li is Taro Kichi, I think. And we're back up to Mimiku. 339. Oh, all those low shorts. Nerf. Saying short is his cancel? He did that just for speed, I guess. Saying strong would have been much stronger, though. This is... Current school of thought is that this matchup isn't bad, but I always feel like this matchup is still bad. Every time I see it, dude, Yun just seems to beat Chun. I don't think it's a bad matchup. I don't think it's like 51-49. I think it's like 60-40. Yun is real strong against Chun-Li, in my opinion. But like a lot of the highest, famously Kuroda said the Chun-Li, not only that it's even, but that Chun-Li beats Yun. And anything Kuroda says is law among the community. But I see this matchup so much, and I think that MOV's Chun beats Kuroda's Yun. You know what I mean? I feel like MOV's Chun-Li beats Yun, but I don't think Chun-Li beats Yun. Unless the Chun-Li is as good as MOV. You know what I mean? I wonder what MOV's opinion on the matchup is. I'd love to hear it. Wonder if he thinks he wins. This Yun is disgusting. I like Yun, even though he's like, you know, ruining the game and stuff. He's ruining the game in a way I'm cool with. Chun-Li ruins the game in a way I'm not cool with. Yun's strong, but he puts in the hours, and he's strong in very specific scenarios. Like, he's always like a pretty high tier character, but it's only Ganaging that pushes him over. And at least it's showy. And of course, I'd rather get rushed down to lose than get turtled to lose. Losing because you get out turtled is like the most fucking helpless feeling in the universe. Losing because they rush in and push your shit in is like, you know, you don't feel as helpless. Ooh, that dive kick beat the tackle. I think the tackle reached the end of its active frames. I don't think that was an issue of hitboxes. It might have been. Oh, empty jump low short. This Yan is real good with the mix-ups and Ganaging. This Yan is real good in general. He's pulling out all the tech. Very good whiff punish. That awareness. He went for a punish combo. He knew that was really risky to go for outside of punish. He saw that whiff, and granted that move takes a long time to whiff, but he couldn't punish it till right at the end. He saw that and he's like, I can get that in time. Milo Strong will hit him before he recovers. I'm so confident I will cancel it. That was like, it doesn't look like much, but that was actually quite impressive. Ugh, Makoto has to guess sometimes. In fact, all the time. Oh, stand hard kick. That's like his premier launcher in Street Fighter 4, but in this game it's quite hard to combo out of. Ouch. Makoto's the secret top tier. It's not a secret. But Makoto's not really any better or worse than the top three. Or rather, not really any worse. No, like hard kick and Ganaging. In Street Fighter 4, hard kick is usually the move used to launch the opponent, and he just used hard kick and Ganaging here, but it doesn't launch them as high. In Street Fighter 4, usually it's stand hard kick cancel at the dash punch. And then from there, palms and shoulders, or not shoulders usually, palms and seku or whatever, the towards medium kick. Ooh. Interesting idea to use that towards Fierce. Didn't do anything for him though. Well, it let him get juggled by a fucking mid-screen Ganaging combo, which aren't as strong. If there's one thing I could change about Yun, I'd make Ganaging's super bar like the max length of super bar could be. After that, he would be perfect. That's all it would take. Just make the bar longer, but deplete at the same speed. Then Yun would be fine. Still another match or so. An exhibition. 3 minutes left of the video. That could be 1 or even 2 matches. Matches in this game are pretty fast. It's probably 1. Oh. Those dive kicks were really smart. It's really easy to just hit him during those dive kicks. You can just hit him coming down. It's not even hard. Depends on the character how hard it is. But if it's like a normal dive kick, you'll eat the dive kick. So it's really scary to hit a button there. But like everyone acts like the dive kick is about to hit them. And they never try and punish whiff dive kicks. Which means Yun can often go for like dive kick whiffs. It's not that strong of a mix-up. People are just really bad at what the fuck? What the fuck? Super 2? Every now and then a Yun player picks Super 2 in the mirror. I see that actually quite a lot. Yun Super 2 is really good, but Ganaging is way better. But Yun Super 2 is really good, just for the record. His Super 1 is also really good. Yun has 3 good supers. After Super 2, you can combo. Oh, we got another match. Super 2, you can combo from his shoulder. You can combo it from his command grab. You can combo it from his start combo. It's really not that hard to land, and it does pretty good damage. And it also stocks more super meter than any other super in the game. So you have lots of EXs to play around with, and in general, you'll always have a Super 2 stocked. It's like really easy to just have it. Combos from a low strong, combos from a stand strong, combos from a stand short, if you can hit confirm it from those two. It's just like really, it's often readily available. There are a million scenarios where he can land it, but like he can't use it to create scenarios, whereas Ganejin he can. He can only use it to like monopolize to combo from existing scenarios. Yake shoulder is pretty good actually. Yeah, I'd say all of Elena's supers are good. One is probably the worst, but it's still not bad. Just the damage is kind of mediocre, but it's super quick. And it's also a pretty good anti-air. A little juggle friendly too. Ouch. Yeah, it's almost identical to Ken's Super 3 actually. The range and speed are actually very similar, but Ken's is a little bit faster, and that little bit makes a big difference. But it's literally Ken's Super 3. Besides that. It's also not very bad to whiff, although that's almost never a factor. He only does the first 2 hits on whiff. That was fun. We're caught up now on our third strike footage. Fuck Marvel. I actually wanted to play some Phantasy Star Online. I heard Stack server is back online. I kind of wanted to boot it up. I haven't played that game in ages. Make sure my character still exists. Let's watch a little bit of Vampire Savior just because I opened it up. And everyone likes, wait, hold on, was that a Lilith? I'm pretty sure that Lilith's a bottom tier. I think she's similarly tiered to Morgan. You think she would be worse than Morgan? Because Lilith has Dan-esque elements, and Morgan doesn't. But I think that Lilith is a lethal joke character, and like as good as Morgan is. But the problem is Morgan is not very good either. Ugh. Lilith's DP is okay. She has a Raging Demon that's super good. Basically, she does, from what I've seen, she does combos into, she does like her little Marvel strings, you know. I call them Marvel strings, but they came from this game. And then she just cancels into a Raging Demon from those. She moved up. Interesting that you know that. Oh, and those fireballs are actually pretty good. They're basically Laura's. Look at that range. That was nice. Her fireballs have more in common than Laura's. More in common with Laura's than they do with Dan's. They're very slow and they like control space for kind of a long time because of that. Specifically, especially the EX one. Damn. 3 higher. That's pretty good. Ah, oh, those are really hard to do. I like tried to learn them one time a long time ago. I actually know a decent amount about Lilith. Oh, it didn't combo. He whiffed it. That was kind of cool. Lilith's walk animation is super cute. Her dash isn't as good as... It's... I shouldn't say it's not as good, because it's like probably better than Morgan's, but it's good for different reasons. It resolves really, really quickly, but it doesn't create... It doesn't put her into the air, and Morgan's does. I'm pretty sure Dimitri's a high tier, right? Definitely Sasquatch is top, and I think El Raptor is top. I don't know who the other tops are. I think QB is high or top. I'm pretty sure the sword guy is high. The living suit of armor guy. I think Anakaris is high, but I don't remember. And I think maybe the Blood God too. Wow. Guard cancels just do real damage. Yeah, it's Albane. Dimitri might be mid, I don't know. I'm just doing this from like memory and like my own observations. I don't think so. I don't think there's enough attention. You can always make it yourself just using cheats. It's funny how much a dash makes or breaks a character in this game. It's funny how like the characters are pretty much ordered by their footsies. By their movement even. Oh no, cut in half, fatality. I've never played JoJo. That actually already came up today, believe it or not. I don't even know that much about JoJo. Damn, this Lilith is fucking killer. What is that thing that appears behind Raptor? Isn't there like some cute little lore thing about Raptor having a crush on um what's her name? Lele. What's her English name? Shenko. Because they're both like zombies. That OTG move, I don't understand it. It's like down plus kick or down plus hard punch or something. I don't remember. You can do it if they don't tech roll. It just adds a tiny little bit of damage. I'm smitten with Shenko, so I understand. Then again, I'm smitten with every single girl in this series. I'm not even really sure what Jiangxi are. Sometimes I hear they're like zombies, and sometimes I hear they're like vampires, and I just don't know. Fatality. And then they do like no damage, but you can EX them, and they do slightly less than, or I mean slightly more than no damage. Dude, everyone's probably on friendly terms with Felicia. Felicia's cute. Jesus Christ, he's making Lilith look really stupid. I'm liking this a lot. That walk animation is too godlike. I saw some art recently of Morgan from Darkstalkers 1, and they changed her artwork a lot since then. She had bags under her eyes, and she looked a little bit more depraved. And it looked a lot better, to be honest. I'm pretty sure that hard kick or whatever that he just pulled out is an overhead, but I'm pretty sure it's nearly impossible to land. Oh, that's unfortunate. Morgan's old artwork looks super cool. It made me mad. Like, current Morgan is fine. She looks slutty, which she should. I like Dimitri's Demon, but what about Midnight Bliss? What about Demon Millions? Dimitri has really cool attacks in general. So whenever people... Here, help me out, guys. Whenever people do a dark shift mode thing, the fucking light punch, light kick, etc. It's not an overhead. That's pathetic. That's the only redeeming... That would be the only redeeming factor about a normal like that. I thought I remembered that either it was an overhead or it wasn't, and that was shitty, but I guess that it wasn't. Oh god, what was I gonna say? Holy shit, did he just confirm that? I guess it's safe, so it doesn't matter. I should find some of that old Morgan art, show it off. It's not her outfit that's slutty, although sometimes it is extremely slutty. Look at her MVC1 win pose. Morgan MVC1 win pose. If you find that, you'll be like, damn, that's the sluttiest thing I've ever seen in a fighting game. But now she's like, oh yeah, Dark Force. Yeah. So when you when a lot of people, they go for the Dark Force, and then if it doesn't work out, they immediately cancel it rather than waiting for it to wear out. What's the point of that? Is it to control when you cancel it? It's like if you wait for it to cancel naturally, you might be punishable. So if you cancel it immediately, just so you don't have to worry about that. Or is there some active downside to being in Dark Force? Oh, I see. I played oh, I almost never see this guy, Bishamon. I don't know that much about Bishamon. I know he has pretty long normals. I know that his special moves go a range. That one. That's one of them. That's like a sonic boom. The longer you charge, the further they go. Also, I know that move where he shoots a soul at you is pretty good. I know he's somewhat zoning oriented. I'm pretty sure this is the character Daigo played when Daigo played this game. So that's kind of interesting. I think he played Jetta too. Daigo played a lot more Night Warriors and a lot less of Vampire Savior though. It's quite interesting to think of Daigo playing a character. It's quite interesting to think of the characters that Daigo would play. You know what I mean? Like, we only ever see him play Ryu, because he just found Ryu in Street Fighter and never looked back or whatever. He's been playing Ryu since fucking forever. And we know he picks top tiers from time to time between Evil Ryu and Yun. And I guess like Boxer and Street Fighter 2, he's known to play. It's interesting to see him pick it's interesting to see what kind of characters Daigo actually likes playing, besides Ryu, which is like all we usually see. Daigo's Yum was super good, and it was probably better than almost every other player in Arcade Edition, but I still never really got the impression that he clicked with Yun, if that makes any sense. I still feel like when he picked Evil Ryu in Street Fighter 5, I mean 4, Ken in Street Fighter 3 and Akuma in Alpha 3, I still feel like he's picking Ryu, you know what I mean? I feel like those are like, it's just Ryu. It's like the Ryu that's good in this game. Like he very clearly has that Shoto specialty going on. Ken is honestly not that different from, like, I don't know. Evil Ryu is especially not that different from Ryu. But like the differences between Ken in Street Fighter 3 and Ryu in Street Fighter 2 are like as big as the differences between Ryu in Street Fighter 2 and Ryu in Street Fighter 3. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say when I say he's playing that game's Ryu, even though Ryu is still in the game. Damn, fatality. Two Bishamons. How lucky we are. I think only Guilty Gear. It's the only one I've ever heard of. I never saw him play Guilty Gear. How do you play in those games? Don't tell me Soul. It's gotta be Soul. I knew it. It was too easy. The name switches were so weird in this game. I know Kai is more Ryu-esque, but Soul is more of a Daigo character. Does that make any sense? Those characters seem to be very based on their uppercuts. Is that a common thing in Guilty Gear to have a good uppercut? Or is it just those two have like good uppercuts? All the other characters I know anything about, which is not that many. Milia Rage, Axel. They all seem to not have uppercuts, or at least not notable ones. Not really sure you can style. Why is it always uppercuts for like main characters? Like the Mishimas, Ryu and Ken and Shotos and whatnot, those two. Why is it always like main character must have good uppercut? Did Ryu just start that and it's a theme, or is it just a coincidence? Shit, dude. Iori and Kyo have super good uppercuts. Ragna. There's something going on here. I think we've just discovered some kind of freaky uppercut conspiracy. The uppercut Minotti. Sure, Illuminati. What are some other fighting game series? There aren't really uppercut style moves in Mortal Kombat. They're more of a universal mechanic. Down, down two, or down, whatever the button is in that game. The idea of a Shoryuken is pretty foreign to Mortal Kombat. I don't know about Soul Calibur. I don't know almost anything about Soul Calibur. Does anyone have a Shoryuken in Pokken? I'm gonna laugh if someone says Pikachu. God, I should get Pokken. Jago, that's right. But Jago's supposed to intentionally be reminiscent of Ryu, isn't he? I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these characters are supposed to intentionally be reminiscent of Ryu, though. Fulgor is the robot, right? I am decently on with my Killer Instinct lore, even though I haven't played the new game. I remember Fulgor's uppercut in the old Killer Instinct. He like spun. He like did a complete turn as he did it. Boletta! Baby Bonnie Hood. This character is very interesting. I guess she's actually very boring. What I was gonna say is, what would be a moveset that would suggest a highly defensive turtley character with like zoning based special moves is actually like a rushdown with crazy dashes. But that's actually everyone in this game. So it's actually like not interesting at all. It's actually very standard. But she's special because her dash is really fucking fast. And she can cancel it at any time. So she ends up being like a fucking borderline El Fuerte. Also a double jump. I forgot about that. I know she technically has an infinite, but even outside the infinite, she has really crazy dash combos. And she still has the little bit of the capacity for zoning, but based on the way dashes work in this game, it doesn't really work in practice. The one where she swings the bag? The basket? Yeah, her movement is really neat. I'm not trying to say she's not interesting. I was trying to say that she was... I started to say she was unique, and then I realized she wasn't at all. I was using boring as like the opposite of unique. She's not... No character in this game is boring to me. That hard kick where she kicks a mine. I like Bulleta's lore too. I was actually about to bring it up. Is she a Darkstalker? What are the vampire hunter kind of characters called? Her and the other one. Are they just vampire hunters? Is Morgan a Darkstalker? I don't remember which side is which. I don't remember if Darkstalkers are the Makai or if the Makai hunters are the Darkstalkers. Her and what's his name? The guy, the guy who's not Dan, the guy with the sword that's alive, who's not in this game. He's like in Night Warriors. His name is absolutely escaping me. Donovan, that's him. Donovan Bain. When you say the good guys, which do you mean? I would buy that Donovan is a good guy, and I would buy that Morgan is a good guy. I would also buy that Donovan is evil and that Morgan is evil. It's just really hard to analyze morality here. None of the characters seem to be that evil, except maybe Pyron and maybe Baby Bonnyhood. Maybe Dimitri. Dimitri might be evil. This is a really cool stage, but I still like Red Thirst and Birth of a God more. And also the Japanese stage. This game has really cool stages in general. Side of a building. Great place to have a fight. Ah, that's the attack. This is incredible if you've never seen it. This attack kills QB. And I don't mean like kills like reduces her HP to nothing. I mean she actually dies to do this attack. And then a new QB hatches. What a completely bizarre attack. Like this game is full of really bizarre attacks, but that one in general, I mean that one particularly, is just one of the most bizarre ones. Oh, Raptor doesn't seem to be that evil. Kibi doesn't really seem to have a morality at all. Seems to just kind of be hungry. I don't know what the fuck Morgan's goals are. Sasquatch doesn't seem to be evil. I'm pretty sure Victor's not evil. The mermaid guy. Jetta, I mean, Balbath, whatever his name is. Definitely not evil. I thought Morgan wanted to eat Lilith. Or rather, I thought Morgan wanted to reunite with Lilith. And by reunite, I mean become one person. Isn't Lilith like a third of Morgan? And then Morgan is the other two-thirds? Give or take. I know they were at some point a single entity. And I think there's a desire on both sides to become that single entity again. But I don't know that much. Oh. That EX upper was nice. God, I like don't know that much about the lore of this game. Isn't Morgan like Scottish? What a cute little random tidbit. Capcom really likes in their fighting games for everyone to have a nationality. But the nationalities are like very rarely stated in this game. So they're usually pretty weird. Like I'm pretty sure Sasquatch is Canadian. And I'm pretty sure that like Talbot no, I have no idea what Talbot is. I'm pretty sure Raptor is like British. Who's the American character in this game? Is Baby Bonnie Hood American? She might be. Kiwi is not from the world at all. Felicia. Yeah, that's right. That's a good one, I guess. I'm fine with her. Dimitri's probably Transylvanian or some bullshit. I'm pretty sure Rikuo is like from the ocean. Maybe even the Makai Ocean. German. Whatever, as long as it's European, I buy it. There aren't enough German vampires anyway. I'm always down for a few more. I've never seen that color, Baby Bonnie Hood. It's kind of cool. Are there other vampire hunters besides Donovan and Baby Bonnie Hood? Or are they the only two? You think there'd be a whole bunch of them? Are they friends? I can't see BB Hood being friends with anyone. And actually, I can't really see Donovan being friends with anyone. Donovan seems like a loner, and BB Hood seems like a sociopath. Not really the friendly types. Oh yeah, Shenko might be. That sounds correct. Anita is a friend, I guess. Wasn't Anita playable in some game? Yeah, Anita's the lolly. He cut off the head of her doll because he's a dick. God, I actually really would like a Darkstalkers 4. Like, a lot. I would not really mind if it was simplified like Street Fighter 5 was. It wasn't Marvel 1. It might have been one of the Versus games, but it wasn't Marvel 1. War of the Gems. Wasn't War of the Gems the one that didn't have Street Fighter characters? War of the Gems was Marvel Superheroes, right? I thought that was all Marvel. I remember renting that game on PS1 and having a blast. Wow. Yeah, I'd be really down for that. I wonder what Capcom's next fighting game project is. They often say that they're trying to like work on one specific game, and they've also shown that they're going to be working on Street Fighter 5 for a while with at least 6 characters this year and probably 6 characters next year. Um, but you know, they're often working on fighting game projects. It's like one a year, one every two. Like Street Fighter 4 and then Marvel and then Cross Tekken and all that. Ultra and then 5. That was like 6 that was like what? 7 years, 6 years. It's like a game every 2 years. CVS is the game that everyone wants them to bring back, especially since SNK is probably really desperate for money right now. They've made hell of new IPs. Capcom makes new IPs all the fucking time. They just don't usually make new fighting game IPs. And by don't usually, I mean haven't. They do it a lot. They just haven't done it since Dreamcast era. Um, Shit, dude. Asura's Wrath was a new IP. What about that one? What about all those Lost Planet games? What about Dragon's Dogma, motherfucker? Remember Project Justice? Remember Power Stone? Remember Rival Schools? Remember fucking that era? God, they were doing work then. Honestly, like Capcom does more work creating new IPs than like any other company I've ever seen. I never played Lost Planet. Are they good? I've heard that they're kind of mediocre from a lot of people, but then a lot of people say that they're like I've heard they're kind of like if you're into them, they're great. I heard they're like sleeper hits. They're like the kind of game that wouldn't make a big roar, but then end up being really cool. I didn't know it was co-op. Hell yeah, I'll do it. Oh yeah, what about what's it? The game with Frank West, Dead Rising. Yo, Dragon's Dogma, if it had co-op, it would literally be my favorite game. I would never play anything else. That's why Dragon's Dogma Online is such a good idea. And that's why it's so disappointing that Dragon's Dogma Online isn't just Dragon's Dogma with co-op. I can't believe Dragon's Dogma doesn't have two-player. Because it would literally be the best thing ever. I've played a lot of games where I really appreciate the clock. Like Majora's Mask. Like Pikmin. I actually missed the clock from Pikmin 1 to 2. R.I.P. Dragon's Dogma, I don't know. Comparisons can be drawn from the combat of one to the other. Dude, El Raptor's hella played. Get out of here with that. Oh god. I'm tired of watching this bullshit.